Good morning to you all. Good morning to you. Happy Black Friday to you. Happy Black Friday to you. Hopefully, you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Put in the chat how many Thanksgiving dinners you had yesterday. Put in the chat how many Thanksgiving dinners you had yesterday. I think, Latrice, it could be nearly impossible for me to eat any more yesterday. I had, wow, I'm just going to break the ice here. When one, yeah, I had three Thanksgiving dinners. I'm hoping my Zoom is okay. Is my Zoom okay? Am I a little glitchy? Am I okay? Somebody give me a thumbs up if I'm okay. I'm okay. I think I'm frozen. I think I'm frozen. I think I have internet issues again. Somebody tell me, can they hear me okay? I'm going to say no because nobody's
You are
responding
frozen. You're
whatsoever.
frozen, but your
So we're
voice
going
is
to quickly
fine.
abort. We're going to abort.
We can hear you just fine.
It's been a figured out Friday already. It has been a figured out Friday. I got to change.
Yeah, you're frozen.
Like, what the hell's going on over here? He's like, I signed up to be part of this show, and it's like a debacle over there. But we got it. We got it. Yes, everybody's telling me my internet's bad. I got it fixed though. I got it fixed. Jack's eating Thanksgiving again. He could be having Thanksgiving again. I was trying to say I had Thanksgiving 3 times yesterday. I possibly at 8:45 at night, I said I cannot eat another thing. There's just no way I could put anything else in my body. I said I don't think I'm going to need to eat till like Monday. So, well, good morning to everybody. Good morning to y'all. Thank you for being on a Friday, kind of like what the day after holiday. But I know we all are freaking hard chargers because this is separation season. This is the season where even though you don't think you're working, like Jack sent me a nice video. Several of you sent me nice text messages. That's still relationship building, all. That's still considered work. That is, even though it might not seem it, that's when you know you're in alignment on what you're doing. That's when you know, when you say, you know what, I love my job. I get to go and say happy because you know what, there's a lot of W-2 employees, all they're not saying happy Thanksgiving to people and reaching out to people, wishing them special blessings and saying, I hope you have a great holiday season because they're miserable at their W-2 job. Let's just be honest. 82% of people really don't like where they work, and you're doing things you like to do. So think about that as alignment, all. Think about that as alignment. And when Dan and I met several years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, him and I met, maybe 2.5 years ago, him and I have circled back around in alignment. And it's really cool when you are aligned with people all. It's a really amazing feeling on when you're kind of like, oh yeah, me too. Oh yeah, me too. Put a 5 in the chat. If you have somebody in your life that you align with, put a 5 in the chat. If you align with somebody in some capacity, in some way, we're like, yeah, me too. I like what you're doing. I want to do that. Yeah, let me share with you what I'm doing. And so Dan and I have this relationship where him and I are working together, and Dan's putting out this amazing book, and him and I were talking. I said, Dan, I know you've been on the show, but we got to figure it out Friday. That's after Thanksgiving. And I don't know, there could be one person, they could be four people, and then there could be 25 people on this morning that are live with us. And this is a time period where you could share a little bit about your book, share a little bit about what you're doing to help real estate agents, why they need to be a part of your environment, because the alignment is there. And so I'm not going to talk all about it because I want you to put in your 2 cents to share with people what it's all about. But let's just have a conversation. So, guys, welcome back. my main man, Mr. Dan from up north in the Virginia area. Put some love in the chat. Put some fives in the chat for those of you who can. Good morning, Dan. How you doing, brother?
Hey, Brock, how's it going?
I am doing well,
Happy
man.
Thanksgiving, everybody. And there's 20 freaking five of you here. That's on Black Friday. That is, you guys need to acknowledge yourselves because when Brock asked me, I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll do that. And I really thought, Brock, it would just be the two of us. I really honestly thought it would be. In fact, I woke up like 7 minutes ago, just like because I thought, so anyways, I'm just being transparent to you guys. Good morning.
No, man. I mean, it is true because there's so many people in this point of their business and point of their life that it's just like, you know what? I'm just going to shut it down. I'm going to shut it down. And so to each of you on here, this is a shout out to you, like Dan said, of you're pouring into yourself because you want to grow in some capacity. And I told people on my Facebook Live, I said, even if you work an hour today, I'm working till 12 today. I'm putting a little time in. But you do that, you're ahead of the majority of the competition all by just learning. I mean, how hard is it just to sit here and learn? So bravo to you all. And Dan, thank you for getting up 7 minutes early to be a part of us.
You're welcome, Brock. Good morning, everybody. My name is Dan Rochon. I'm a real estate agent since 2007. I've had no broke months since 2008 and have done lots of really cool stuff. Hello. I'll just say hello to everybody because there's a lot of you. Well, you know what? Hello, Brock. Hello, John. Hello, Jacqueline. Senior admin, Sherry, Jack, Rika, Brock again, Zoom, Kitty Cat. Hello, Cat. John Hart, Kevin. I called her Kitty Cat because I know her. Jarek, Louie. I wouldn't just call somebody randomly Kitty Cat. That would be weird. Jill, Caleb, Patrice, Sarah, Jacinga, Rosero, Mildred, Danny, and I think if I missed you, you're the most important person here. So welcome. So Brock, are we having a conversation or am I presenting I want to just provide enough value, a lot of value to your people here today.
So give us a little bit of a kind of a backdrop of what you're seeing in today's real estate industry. We're just going to have a little conversation. I want
Sure.
to talk a little bit about your book, but I want to talk about what you're seeing going into December. Okay. Most of us all know that pretty much anything you go under contract, you're already on your first quarter.
Yeah.
So what are some things, Dan, that you're seeing? You've been in the business for a while. You haven't had a broke month since 2008. What are some things that real estate agents, and you can parallel this with your book, on what they could be doing, should be doing in the month of December so they can have a really phenomenal quarter one of going into 2026?
Yeah, it's a great question. And the book that Brock mentioned is called Teach to Sell: Why Top Salespeople Never Sell and What They Do Instead. And it's coming out by Simon and Schuster March 17th of 2026. So I'll show you guys how you can get a copy of that here in a bit. But so here's the reality of it. So right now it is the day after Thanksgiving. And Brock had mentioned it that this is the time that this is the time that's an opportunity for you. Because a lot of our competitors are pretty much checked out from now until January 2nd. Now, what I would recommend for everybody to do, and do this right now, like I'm going to ask you a question. I want you right now to answer the question internally, write it down, which is what days over the next 5 weeks will you take off?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what would cause me to talk about time off? Because the reality of it is that you're going to have you're probably going to get I don't want to say distracted, but you're going to get things that are going to want to take your time over the next 5 weeks. Family, friends, yourself, rest, whatever the case may be. And all of that is completely cool. Like that's living a life. But what many agents do is they don't plan for life. Instead, what they do is they go over these next 5 weeks and and they let things and people take your time away from you. So for me, what I recommend that you do instead is plan right now. What days will you take off? So for me, for example, today's a day off for me, even though I'm here right now. But this is the only thing that I'm doing today. After this, let me change that. After this, I'm probably going to be working on my business, not in my business. So when I say I'm taking a day off, that means I'm not working in my business. So today I'll probably be writing. I know I've got a TED talk I'm giving in January, so I'm going to probably be studying for that. Maybe I'll film some videos to be able to attract buyers and sellers to me. Whatever I'm going to be doing today, though, it's going to be more working on the business. I'm not going to be calling sellers. I'm not going to be calling buyers. Should you? Well, that's up to you. Did you plan to take this day off or not? If you plan to take this day off, do whatever the heck you want to do. If you didn't plan to take this day off, then it's a work day. Okay. And so that's right there, the best advice I can give to anybody here. Because what happens is if you hadn't thought about today and you hadn't planned to take it off, so this is a great day, right? So maybe some of you may just be like, I'm just going to screw off today, but you hadn't planned for it. Now, what's the problem without planning for it? What's the problem without planning for it is now you don't have control over your world. You don't have control over your time. So this is an opportunity right now. There is less business in the business, meaning there's less buyers and sellers, but there's also less competition because most people are going to take off. Rock, that's my word for the day.
You know what how ironic. I was going to talk to you about alignment, where working in the business and on the business, but you're still pouring into yourself in some capacity where it doesn't really feel like I'm like and I'm sure you probably are like you're a little excited. I mean, I don't want to say fully excited, but it's not like it's grinding. It's not like you got to go out in the cold weather conditions wherever Jackie is. I think she's in Tennessee where it's freezing over there. Jack works in Florida, but the guy's getting dressed up. I always know when Jack's working, he's got his bow tie, and that's and I love that about him. It's just like, that's his signal, but like, it's not painful. What you're about to do, Dan, is not painful. You're doing some content. You're going to write. This is working on yourself. And how ironic we were just talking about that. You're living a congruent life and whatever that might be for you, because we all are different. We all have our own way that we want to go and live our life. And I love the words you said. I kind of paraphrased it, but I always say, do you let the day run you, or do you run the day? And the same thing goes with life. Are you just kind of like a rubber band bouncing back, that if life gives you something like, oh shoot, I gotta, react this way. Oh, I'm always playing catch up because I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I'm living commission check to commission check. I can't pay my credit card because I have this. Your life is living you. And what you said today, Dan, was really what I really liked, how it went parallel with us, is just like, I had this plan, just like you. I'm sure if you looked at your calendar, like I have the last 2 weeks off in December. It was funny, even this week on Thanksgiving, I was telling Wendy, she was like, I even tell my significant other, I tell my family, hey, y'all, I am off Thursday and a half a day on Friday, and I'm not working Saturday. That means my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm going to have to jam in some time, because I'm not removing what I got to do on those days. I'm just rescheduling it on a different time period. So I have to work a little bit later, etc. But it's planned out, it's mapped out. So I loved your question. What days are you taking off?
Yeah,
What days are you taking
and
off?
it's better to say what days I'm going to take off because that's easy to figure that out.
Right,
Right.
right.
So you start there, then you backfill it into, okay, now the rest of the days, well, guess what you're going to be doing? You're going
Yep.
to be doing your what I call CPI time. So write this down. If no one's ever given you this before, this is your job description. Okay. I'm going to give you 11 things to do. 5 are going to be in your business, 5 are going to be on your business, and the 11th one is going to be just something just to manage. What's the difference, by the way, between in your business and on your business? In your business are things, well, I'll tell you what the 5 are, then we can talk a little bit more about that. So here's the 5 things that are in your business. It's called CPI time, consistent predictable income time. Number 1 is to lead generate. All right, we can break that down in a couple different things. I'll talk to you more about that here in a second. Number 2 is to convert the leads to meet with you. Number 3 is to go on an appointment to get hired.
Slow down. Hold on.
I'll
Slow
go
down.
through it again. I'll go through it again. Y'all will get it. Y'all
His
will get it.
ID
I
is
promise
coming
you.
out. His
All
ID
right.
is
So,
coming out.
all right. So number 1 is to lead generate. Number 2 is to convert the leads to meet with you. Lead generate, convert leads to meet with you. Number 3 is to go on appointments to get hired and show homes. So lead generate, convert the leads to meet with you, go on appointments to get hired and show homes. Number 4 is to negotiate. Number 5 is to practice your scription role play. So I'll say those one more time. Lead generate, lead convert, go on appointments and get hired and show homes. Negotiate, practice your scription role play. All right. Everyone get that? You guys good? Put a 1 in
Yep.
if you got that. 1, 1, 1, 1. All right. If anybody wants me to repeat it, put a 17. Just put anything but a num. But a num. Anything but a 1. All right. So those are your 5 things. So lead generate, convert leads to meet with you, go on appointments to get hired and show homes, negotiate, practice your scripture role play. So that's working in your business. So working in your business are the activities that you can take to make money today. All right, so think about it if you worked at a Subway, like one of those sandwich shops. The guy or the gal that's sitting at the countertop, and you got people coming into the store, and they're taking the sandwich order, and they're putting it together, and then they're going to the cash register, they're taking your money, right? That's working in the business. The owner of the shop or the manager of the shop who's planning, scheduling, who's planning, like leasing, where hey, thank you, Kat. Who's planning leasing, right? Who's planning like payroll, all those types of things, like the infrastructure so that the business can operate. That's working on the business. So in the sales business, I'm going to give you 5 things that you can do to work on your business. So these are the 5 things I'll be doing today. Number 1 is to recruit talented people to your organization. Number 2 is to select the right people to be in business with. Recruit talented people to your business, select the right people to be in business with. Number 3 is to train those people so that they can reach their goals. So number 1 is to recruit talented people into your business, select the right people to be in business with, train those people so they can reach their goals, lead those people so they know how to think so they can reach their goals, and then finally motivate those people so they can reach their goals. So I'll say that one more time. Recruit people, talented people to you, select the right people to be in business with, train those people so they can reach their goals, lead those people so they know how to think so they can reach their goals, motivate those people so they can reach their goals. All right, so I just gave you guys 10 things. I'll give you all 10, and then I'll give you the 11th one time. Working in your business. Lead generate. Convert. Go on appointments to get hired. Show homes. Negotiate. Practice your scription role play. That's CPI time. I go through this in the book Teach to Sell, by the way. So if you want, the expanded version, you can get the book later. Number 2 is working on your business. This is leverage time. Leverage time is to be able to select, recruit talented people to be with you, select the right people to be in business with, train those people so they can reach their goals, lead those people so they know how to think to reach their goals, and motivate those people to reach their goals. And then lastly, so that I told you I'd give you 11. The 11th one is manage your money. So I just gave you 11 things, and the way I write them out is I don't have the way I write them out is I do 5 on one side, 5 on the other side, and then I put an infinity sign around that. The infinity sign is managing your money. So when you're able to do those 10 things and manage your money, you can have a business that's going to continue to sustain itself. But if you
Love it.
don't, if you do all those 10 things and you don't manage your money, you're screwed. All right. I mean, that's just
So
the
true.
reality of it, right? Yeah. So that's something that's your wisdom for 2026. I just gave you your job description.
Let me ask you a question, Dan, because as I was looking at these, this was the question I asked myself. I'm going to ask you. So you gave us 5 in the first, 5 in the second. The 11th one is pretty much, I always tell people, most people, as you heard my story, all poor as a mindset, broke as a season. And I've been in that season twice in my life. And I didn't know my money. I didn't understand my money. I didn't understand how to recurring money. And when I made my commission check, it was just like I spent all 120% of it. And so I never was able to get caught up.
Yeah.
So when I was looking at this and looking at your top 5 of in and then on, what would be like the hardest thing out of you can only pick one out of the top 5 in your business. Which one do you think's the hardest for real estate agents to do? Which one do you think's the most challenging that they really don't want to do?
I'll tell you what the most critical one is lead generate.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go in the order of the way that these are written, okay, the way these are written, they're written in the order. I screwed up the first one, but everything but the first one is written in a linear order. Okay, so the first one is to lead generate, convert leads to meet with you, go on the appointments to get hired, negotiate, and practice your scripts and role play. So I keep saying it that way because that's the way I originally wrote it, and it's just been out there for so long that it would be hard for me to revise it. If I was to write that again today, I would say scripts and role play would be first.
Ah, that's exactly what I wrote down too. I said,
Yeah,
and I go, and there was no right or wrong order, but when I
yeah,
looked at mine, I said to myself, I said, I think the practicing in the scripts is the biggest thing that they don't do, because if they had that, they would have confidence to start with the lead generating, and they'd
yeah.
be like, I know exactly what to say, how to say it, and I could be a dominant force. And it's just like, you know, it's almost, I guess, the, driving a car, like your first time driving a car, you don't want to get in your car, you're nervous. Like now we can get in our car and like we're not even thinking about it. We're on our phone, we're texting, we're doing everything except driving the vehicle in this point because, well, I'm not going to get into that, but I really, I'm glad, not I'm glad, but yeah, it's the alignment is there for sure. The practice and scripts that people don't do. Um, as far as like your book, as we gear down, share with us a little bit about this book, some high points on it, and why real estate agents really need to get their paws on it.
There's four things, four pillars to building a business. Right now, you have a choice. Your choice is commit or quit. So you could commit to the activity that's going to allow for you to drive success or quit. And that's my philosophy. I don't want to see anybody in here to sit there and half-ass it. It just doesn't make sense. Or half commit or half promise. It's the same way as I started today to sit there and say, look, just plan for your time off. You plan for your time off, now you're going to be able to commit for the time that you're working. The things that cause you to not commit would be self-doubt. Lacking the confidence, can prevent you from even starting the sales process. Or maybe you have an unclear sales process, like you don't know what to do and you don't have that roadmap. Or maybe you're multitasking right now and you have a million different things to do. You're like, what the heck? What do I do? Which is why I broke it into 10 or 11, actually, right? I said, okay, do these 11 things, you'll be fine. But of those 11 things, do the 5 things, which is working in your business first, right? Now you have a framework, and that's what I give you in the book to be able so that you don't have that multitasking overload. The other things that cause us to be able to have challenges would be negative assumptions, right? You may prejudge a buyer's interest. You may prejudge a prospect's interest. I can't tell you how often that I will call somebody that I hesitate to call and they end up being a great lead. And I've just
Mm.
trained myself now just to stop judging. I don't judge anybody. I used to when I was younger. I used to when I started, but now it's just like, nah, I'm good. The all or nothing thinking. So the pressure to close every single deal, that can be daunting. And if you don't see immediate success, well, in real estate sales, how long does it take you to get success? I've been doing this for a long time. I know how to do this business. I know I could go in anybody's market here and within 120 days, I have my first closing. I would bet you money on it. I know what to do. But what did I say? I didn't say I'd have a closing in 30 days or 15 days. I said 120 days. So now if someone's done this for almost 20 years and knows exactly what to do, takes them 120 days. If you're still figuring things out, maybe you've got that unclear sales process that I talked about earlier, then you're in a position right now that it may take you longer than 120 days. And then you start doing the activity and you don't have any positive feedback. You're like, this doesn't work. And guess
Mm.
what happens? You quit before you can freaking get to the finish line. These are some of the things that cause agents to fail. And that's just the reality of it. There's 4 things building a business that I go through in the book. And I started just to say, you have a choice, commit or quit. You can be a salesperson, you can be a business owner, or you can be neither. Those are really your choices there. What's the difference between a salesperson and a business owner? A salesperson, you wake up every single day and you go out and sell. A business owner builds an organization or builds a system or builds a culture so that you could take the Friday after Thanksgiving off. Guess what? There are still 9 people working for me right now. Okay, I will probably check in with them in about 19 minutes just to say hi. Okay, so I've been able to build an organization that can go on without me. That's the difference between a business owner and a salesperson. So the salesperson, you can't take the day off. Not if you want to continue driving your traffic, driving your business. The business owner can. Okay, so let's go through the 4 pillars to build a business. Number 1 is to believe in yourself. And when I talk about belief in yourself and teach to sell, I go through the book, and I'll give you an exercise here in a second. I'll tell you all 4, and then I'll go through an exercise that'll be helpful for you and believe in yourself. You guys good with that? Everyone good with that?
Dan,
Yes,
you got
yes, yes,
about
yes,
you got
yes.
about 4 minutes. So you can-
Number 1 is to believe in yourself. Number 2 is to lead generate. Number 3 is to build an organization. And number 4 is to leadership, teaching somebody else how to think so they can get what they want. All right. So if you are interested in building a business, you can get the book, and I won't have time to give you the exercise. So you'll have to get the book to get the exercise. I thought we went
And
till
Grace,
9.
no, 8:45. We're
Oh,
just zipping it in here.
okay. I'm going back to
Give
sleep.
him make sure, okay, good. I wanted Grace to put your book in there. So in that book, Dan, when they click on that link, walk them through that so somebody can get the book today.
Yeah.
What's going to happen when they click that link?
You'll get $10,000 of online digital training that we used to charge $10,000 to it. But because I'm on a mission to help 1 million salespeople to be able to have consistent, predictable income. That's why I wrote the book. You can get the book for less than $20. You can go to Barnes and Nobles. You can go to Book a Million. You can go to Amazon. You can get the book now, or you can go to teachtosellbook.com. And if you go to teachtosellbook.com, that's the only way I can give you the free $10,000 course. So you can go on there, you can claim it, and then that course is going to walk you through those 4 pillars that I just mentioned to you. There's something like 200 lessons of 3-minute videos, an exercise, a plan. It's a part of the community. So I offer that to you. And if you want to be able to get the instruction that others pay a whole bunch of money to, teachtosellbook.com, and you can figure it out on Friday.
Grace, make sure we put that link in there. What'd you say? Teach to sell book.com.
Book.com. Yeah.
Teachtosellbook.com. Dan, if you want, you can put it. Oh, it's on his name too, also. You can look at it right there. And what I liked about it too, Dan, is you said it's a 2 to 3 minute video, which helps your attention span all. So we don't like to see anything more than like 5 minutes anymore. We don't like 20-minute things. So we like short and sweet, and especially in educating. So guys, you have a lot. I've known Dan for quite some time all. I mean, I was writing down all these notes on what he's got today and to be able to apply it. And I strongly suggest all you go and look at this or rewatch the video, and Grace will put it on there on the repeat of just even get AI to give you the transcript. But I think people don't understand the difference between in their business and on their business, or don't know what skills to use or apply or tactics to be able to do that. And I liked how you really broke that down today. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. And the skills and tactics I go through in the book, and I go through exactly a framework of how you can succeed.
I love it. And this is something good all for you to get into to start working on yourself now going into 2026. I have a very big theme that I'm doing. I'm using it for Nashville, and I'll tell you all the big announcement that I have here, but it's 6 for 26. I talk about 6 streams of income for 26, 6 things that you should be doing, 6 things you shouldn't be doing, or things that you need to remove off your plate. Getting Dan's book and teaching teachtosellbook.com is one of the things to add into your life and add into your repertoire, add into your 30 minutes of educating yourself. And it's only 2 to 4 minutes that you got to work on yourself during that time period. So I strongly suggest y'all going to take a look at that. And I also strongly suggest, because Nashville is right around the corner and it is Black Friday, I did talk to my team, and you're going to see it very shortly here, the link, but we are offering 50% off general admin and the VIP tickets. So normally it's $500 a ticket. They're $250 today. There's the link. It only goes to midnight because I can't afford to give out too many of these. But there's the ticket if you want to come to Nashville to be able to be there. Several of you put sixes yesterday that you've been hemming and hawing, and out of the people who put it, most of it was financially. So there's your chance to get the 50% off for those of you who are going to be there for the VIP or the general admission. So I'd love to be able to have you. Dan, close us out, brother. Close us out. What do you want to leave us with?
How do we turn that 6 from yesterday into a 1 for today? Freaking go to Nashville. The end.
Go get Dan's book. Go to his link there. Look him up too, because you're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, right? We put all out of your stuff there, but you're all over that, right?
I'm all over that. Here's the thing. I want to be able to help you have consistent, predictable income. Join me in helping 1 million people, 1 million salespeople to be able to know how to do that, because I'm on a mission and I need some help. Get the
I
book.
love it, man. It's a big mission you're on too. My hat's off to you, because that's a pretty big task, and I'm proud of you, and I know you're going to do it. So, guys, I appreciate everybody on here. Hold on, my phone was ringing. Guys, have a wonderful, safe weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Do whatever lines up with you. Go watch this recording again. Write down Dan's 11 things and his 4 pillars. Go get his book and all his tactics on there. I appreciate everybody being on here. I hope to see you in Nashville. Go get your Nashville ticket. Till then, have a blessed, safe, and happy weekend. Finish your Thanksgiving. Go get some of your gifts. And until then, we'll see you Monday morning at 8:15 with Chad Free. See ya. Thanks, Dan.
See you guys. teachtosellbook.com.